Junichi Kinoshita stared at her phone screen, the words of her now ex-boyfriend still flashing in her mind. "I'm sorry, Junichi, but I'd met someone else." The message was short, but it shattered her world. Tears welled up in her eyes as she tried to make sense of the sudden breakup. She and Kaito had been together for nearly 2 years, sharing countless memories both in real life and in the virtual world of their favorite MMO, Forest of Savior. Determined to find solace, Junichi logged into the game they once played together. Her character, an elven archer named Lunastar, stood in the bustling city of Eldoria. The familiar sights and sounds of the game brought a bittersweet comfort. She navigated to the guild hall, where her guildmates were already discussing their next big raid. Among them was Akito Yamada, known in the game as Shadowblade, a gaming legend and the top player in their guild. Junichi had always admired his skills from afar, but they had never interacted much. She glanced at his avatar, a stoic warrior clad in dark armor, and sighed. Even in the virtual world, Yamada seemed unapproachable. "Hey, Luna Star!" A message popped up on her screen from one of her guildmates. "We're planning a raid tonight. Are you in?" Junichi hesitated. The thought of playing without Kaito felt strange, but she needed a distraction. "Count me in," she typed back. The raid was intense, and for a few hours, Junichi lost herself in the action. Her focus and determination impressed her guildmates, including Yamada, who silently acknowledged her presence with a nod. After the raid, as the guild celebrated their victory, Junichi felt a pang of loneliness. She missed the time she and Kaito would celebrate their wins together. As she was about to log off, a private message from Yamada appeared. "Good job tonight, Luna Star. You're improving." "Thanks, Shadowblade," she replied, surprised by his message. "It's been a rough day, so this was a nice distraction." "Anything you want to talk about?" he asked. Junichi hesitated, then decided to open up. "My boyfriend broke up with me today. He left me for another girl." There was a pause before Yamada responded. "That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that." "Thanks," Junichi replied. "I was thinking of attending the upcoming in-person event for Forest of Savior. Maybe it'll help take my mind off things." Yamada's next message took her by surprise. "I'll be there too. If you need someone to talk to, I'll be around." The Forest of Savior event was held at a large convention center, bustling with excited gamers. Junichi felt a mix of anticipation and nervousness as she navigated through the crowd. She wore a simple outfit, but she had taken extra care with her appearance, hoping to boost her confidence. As she scanned the room, she spotted Kaito with his new girlfriend, laughing and enjoying the event. Her heart sank, but she reminded herself of her plan. She was here to move on, not to dwell on the past. "Junichi?" a familiar voice called out. She turned to see Akito Yamada, looking surprisingly different without his virtual armor. He was tall and had a quiet intensity about him that matched his in-game persona. "Yamada?" she asked, unsure if it was really him. He nodded. "Call me Akito. Let's get something to eat and talk." They found a quiet cafe near the convention center. Over coffee and sandwiches, Junichi poured out her feelings about the breakup and her plan to confront Kaito. "I just want him to see that I'm doing fine without him," she said, "maybe even make him a little jealous." Akito listened patiently. "I understand, but revenge might not be the best way to move on. What if we focus on having a good time and enjoying the event instead?" Junichi considered his words. "Maybe you're right, but it still hurts." "I know," Akito said softly, "but I'm here for you. Let's take it one step at a time." As the event continued, Junichi and Akito spent more time together. They attended panels, participated in gaming challenges, and even teamed up for a cosplay contest. Much to Junichi's surprise, Akito's serious demeanor began to crack, revealing a dry sense of humor and a kind heart. One evening, after a particularly fun day, they found themselves sitting by a fountain outside the convention center. The city lights reflected in the water, creating a magical atmosphere. "Thanks for being here with me, Akito," Junichi said, feeling a warmth she hadn't felt in a long time. "It's no problem," Akito replied. "I enjoy your company." Junichi looked at him, really looked at him, and saw the person behind the legendary gamer. "You know, you're different than I expected." "Different how?" he asked, raising an eyebrow. "More human," she said with a smile. "I always thought you were this untouchable gaming legend." Akito chuckled. I'm just a guy who loves games. And maybe, I've been looking for something more. Their eyes met, and for the first time, Junichi felt a flutter of hope. Maybe this in-person event wasn't just about moving on from Kaido. Maybe it was about discovering something new. As the days passed, Junichi and Akito's bond grew stronger. They shared stories about their lives, dreams, and fears. Junichi learned that Akito had his own struggles with loneliness and social anxiety, which made his presence at the event even more significant. One evening, they decided to revisit the game hall where it all began. Junichi felt a mix of nostalgia and excitement as they logged into Forest of Savior side by side. Their characters, Lunastar and Shadowblade, stood together at the gates of Eldoria. Ready for one last adventure? Akito asked, his virtual sword gleaming. Always, Junichi replied with a smile. They embarked on a quest, fighting monsters and solving puzzles. As they progressed, Junichi felt a sense of accomplishment and camaraderie she hadn't experienced in a long time. With Akito by her side, she felt invincible. After the quest, they returned to the guild hall, where their guildmates greeted them with cheers. Junichi felt a surge of gratitude for the friends she had made and the experiences she had gained. As they logged off, Akito turned to her. Junichi, I've really enjoyed these past few days, more than I expected. Me too, she said, her heart racing. I never thought I'd find something like this after what happened with Kaido. Akito reached out and gently took her hand. Maybe this is a new beginning for both of us. Junichi smiled, feeling a warmth that chased away the lingering shadows of her past. I'd like that. Back in their everyday lives, Junichi and Akito continued to grow closer. They balanced their studies and gaming, finding joy in each other's company. Junichi's heartache began to heal, replaced by the excitement of a new adventure. One day, as they walked through the campus together, Junichi spotted Kaido with his new girlfriend. For a moment, she felt a pang of sadness, but it quickly faded. She had moved on, and she was happier than she had ever been. Junichi, are you okay? Akito asked, sensing her tension. She smiled and squeezed his hand. I'm more than okay. I'm ready for whatever comes next. As they walked away, Junichi felt a sense of freedom and possibility. She had leveled up in more ways than one, and with Akito by her side, she knew that the best was yet to come.